This presentation is an introduction to EMWA, which is the European Medical Writers Association. I'm Jo Whelan, I'm a medical writer. My disclosures, I'm a member of EMWA. I've been a member of the EMWA Executive Committee. I have received travel and accommodation expenses from EMWA to teach training workshops. So, what is EMWA? Well, EMWA is an association committed to representing, supporting and training medical communications professionals. So medical writers and other people who do similar roles. EMWA was founded in 1992, and at the beginning it was a chapter of the American Medical Writers Association. But EMWA quickly grew in size and it became independent from AMWA in 1997. And since then it's grown and grown. We now have around 1,000 members from all over Europe and from 12 other countries outside of Europe as well. Roughly a third of the members are in Germany, a third in the UK, and a third in the rest of the world and the rest of Europe. EMWA is a not-for-profit association and it's run by and for the members. So everything we do is driven by medical writers for the association. We're supported by a professional head office company. So who joins EMWA? Well, naturally enough, most of the members are medical writers, but we also have medical editors, medical translators, and other people. The sort of sectors that people work in who join EMWA: pharma, contract research associations, medical communications, publishing, medical charities, academia. We have a broad range of members. We also have a big contingent of freelance members, freelance medical writers and editors and translators. So there's a common perception among MedComms people that EMWA is just for regulatory writers. Well, it's true that EMWA did arise out of the regulatory side of medical writing, and at the beginning it very much was focused on regulatory writing, but that hasn't been true for a long time now. EMWA is for medical writers from all different specialities. I would say probably about 2/3 of members perhaps are from the regulatory side, but that leaves a big contingent of members from the communications side, and EMWA would like that representation of MedComms to grow. Speaking as somebody who's always worked on the communications side, I personally have benefited a great deal from the regulatory side of EMWA. I've learnt an awful lot about clinical trials, drug development, statistics, and I feel that's made me a more well-rounded MedComms writer too. So I'd say there's definitely something for everybody in EMWA. And I think it's important to recognise that whether we're regulatory writers or in MedComms, we do have a lot of mutual interests. We all work for the same industry, and there's a lot that we can learn from each other. And I think EMWA is a great place for that sort of cross-fertilisation to occur. So why join EMWA? So I'll talk now about some of the things that EMWA does and how you could possibly benefit from joining EMWA. So EMWA is one of the only places where you can get professional training in medical writing, certainly within Europe. EMWA runs a professional development programme which consists of workshops run at EMWA conferences, and if you complete the workshops you can earn CPD credits and you can build up your own record of training credits. If you gain 8 credits in foundation topics, you can earn a foundation EMWA certificate, and you can also earn advanced certificates. You can earn multiple certificates with EMWA. So, what does the training programme consist of? Well, as I said, it's face-to-face trainings run at EMWA conferences, which run twice a year. To get a credit, you have to complete a homework assignment. So you don't just get a credit for turning up. EMWA credits actually mean something. And it's a great way to keep up to date with developments in the field, to broaden your knowledge to other areas slightly outside your specialism to keep your knowledge up to date, and also to create a personal development record, professional development record. Workshops are divided into these 5 topic streams. So there's plenty for people from all sectors of medical writing. There is a medical communications stream, various others. So EMWA runs 2 conferences every year. The spring conference is the main conference. As well as the training workshops, there are seminars and various other events. Every year there's a 1-day symposium included in the conference fee, where we look in depth at a hot topic that's particularly in the news that year, and we bring in expert speakers. That's a really worthwhile day. There's also various special interest group meetings. There's a freelance business forum where freelancers can get together and network. And there's also a social program and various other networking opportunities. EMWA runs a second conference in the autumn, which is a short 2-day event which focuses more on the training workshops. EMWA has a journal which is called Medical Writing. It's published 4 times a year. If you're a member of EMWA, you receive a print copy. The feature articles in medical writing are now open access, available via the EMWA website to everybody. In the print version, there's also various other content, news, there's special interest sections, including a medical communications section, things like language tips for many members who are not native speakers of English. And there's an online archive of journal issues that you can look through if you want to find information on a particular topic. EMWA also runs webinars. They aim to run roughly 10 webinars a year, all sorts of different topics. They're only accessible to members, so that's another great reason to join EMWA. You can check out the upcoming webinar program on the EMWA website. And all the webinars are also archived, so that's a great resource that people can go into and use. And we're building up a nice archive of webinars now. EMWA also aims to represent the profession of medical writing and to further the interests of the profession and to defend the profession from unwanted connotations, perhaps in the case of ghostwriting. EMWA is dedicated to defending the interests of the profession. We've done various guidelines and initiatives. The most relevant one to MedComms is the guidelines on the role of medical writers in peer-reviewed publications, and that's the subject of a separate talk in this series. What about if you're a freelance medical writer or editor or translator? The benefits that EMWA offers to freelancers, well, you can list in the EMWA Freelance directory if you're a member, which is an online searchable directory of freelancers offering different skills. There's also a resource centre on the website for freelance members. There's a freelance business forum at conferences where you can network with other freelancers, discuss issues relevant particularly to freelancers. We can also offer discounts on insurances depending where you live and discounts on books for all EMWA members. I'd say above all, EMWA's a great place if you're a freelance to be part of something. Come along, make friends and colleagues, be part of a network rather than working in isolation. So, in conclusion, I'd like to say that EMWA has a lot to offer for writers in MedComms, and EMWA invites more MedComms writers to come along, help shape EMWA's future, help make EMWA the organisation that you as MedComms writers would like to see. because your ideas and enthusiasm would be warmly welcome. You can find out more about EMWA on the EMWA website, and they also have a LinkedIn group, a Twitter account and a Facebook page. Thank you very much.